Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. Today we will proceed our lesson, science lesson subject by make a revision. I want to make a revision on the topic that we have discussed last week. That is about revision about the topic that we have discussed last week. That is structure of a seed and their function. So we are going to discuss and make revision about this one, structure of a seed and their function. So I want to make this revision because it is important for you to understand and then to remember the importance of seed and its structure and also their function. So by doing this, enable you to understand more about the development of a seed that we will discuss in later. Later on, we will discuss about the germination of seed. So it is better for you to fully understand and remember the structure of a seed and their function. So first of all, what you have to know is, for this revision, we have learned about this one. So after the process of fertilization in plant, ovary will become fruit. So this one you have to remember in your mind. So ovary will become fruit while ovule that located inside the ovary. So you must remember ovule located inside the ovary will become seed. So now from here we know that seed is a development from the ovule that has been fertilized before. So ovary will become fruit and the ovule inside the ovary will become seed. So now when ovule becomes seed, so we must know what is the structure of seed. So before that, we have to know that seed can be classified into two types. Okay, what is it? So the classification of seed, the first one we call it as a monocotyledonous seed. Okay. Second one is dicotyledonous seed. So now what is the difference between these two types of seed? Okay, the word mono here and the word dico. Yeah. So word mono means what? Means one. Okay, the word mono means one. One cotyledon. So this type of seed will have one cotyledon, while di mean two. So two cotyledon. So the second type of seed will have two cotyledons. So now we have to know that cotyledon, what is the function of cotyledon? Cotyledon is a structure that store food that will be used in the growth of seed. So it is important for seed, when they have their growth process, they will need food to support their development. So every seed must have cotyledon. So this structure is very important for every seed. Yeah, you can see from this one. Okay, this is the two types of seed. Yeah, monocotyledonous seed and dicotyledonous seed. Okay, so we can summarize to pronounce this one as a monocot seed and dicot seed. Okay, next is, what is the structure of both of these seed? Okay, the first one, monocotyledonous seed. Okay, the structure is like this. This is for the front view. And for the longitudinal view, like this. Okay. So now what is the structure for this one? The first one, okay, every seed must have the coat that is seed coat. We call it as a testa. So the seed coat that cover the seed, we call it as a testa. And then this one is a radicle. So this is a front view. Now we look into the longitudinal view. Okay. Inside the seed, we have this one. This is an embryo, and the upper part is a plumule, and the lower part is a radicle. This one is a endosperm. Okay. And this one is a cotyledon. Okay, now this is the structure of monocotyledonous seed. Now we look into the dicotyledonous seed. Dicotyledonous dicot seed. So if based on the front view, will be like this. This is the front view. And for the longitudinal longitudinal view, the structure is like this. Okay, shape like this, and then we have this one. Okay, so now this is the longitudinal view. Okay, so what is the structure of this one? Okay, this one is the testa. Okay, before that, okay, for the front view, this hole, we call it as a micro file, and this one is a hilum. Okay, for this longitudinal view, this one at the upper part of this one is a plumule, and the lower part is a radicle. And then this is a cotyledon. Okay. So now what is the function of every structure that form this dicot seed? So first one, micropyle is a small hole to enable air and water to enter. So this is the part where air and water enter into the seed. Hilum, the function is to stick to the fruit. So we can see exactly in every fruit will have seed. So that seed will attach or stick to the fruit itself through this what we call as a hilum. Yeah, so you have to remember this one. Okay, next. Okay, before that, this one is a testa that cover the seed. So for the longitudinal view, we have also here testa. Okay, we have structure here. We can see from this. So exactly this one is a structure of what we call as embryo. So very important, this structure, embryo. Okay, that consists of plumule, radicle, and cotyledon. So it is very important for you to make sure that you know this name, plumule, radicle, and cotyledon that form embryo. Because this embryo that will develop to become a plant. Okay, so now we proceed to discuss the most important structure in the seed. Okay, same thing with the monocotyledon plant like this. So this is plumule, radicle, and cotyledon is exactly an embryo. So embryo is very important, as I have told you that embryo itself will become a complete plant. Yeah? So what is the function of plumule? What is the function of plumule? So you must remember this one. So plumule will become and develop to become So from here, leaf will form. Okay, so that is the function of plumule. Radical will develop to become root. Okay, so very important for you to remember this one. Plumule will become shoot that will form leaf, while radical will form root. So this is very important for you to understand during the germination of seed. That's why I make this revision to make sure that you fully understand about the what will happen during the process of growth of seed or germination of seed to become a plant. Yeah? So what you have to remember that plant is formed from the development of seed from this embryo inside the. So that's all for today, and I hope that you can understand the concept behind structure of seed and their function. So uh, before that, I want you to make sure that your exercise in the science activity books is completed based on the what we have learned before. So that's all for today. Thank you.